All right, what's going, guys? Hooping news and updates, man. So it's been a long time no see. And listen, man, I'm happy to be back on live on YouTube, man. Feels good to be back. We got a lot to talk about, man. I mean, as soon as people start getting up in here, there's a lot. There's a lot that needs to be talked about around the NBA, man. A lot of stuff happening with Brooklyn, with Philly, with the Lakers. Like chaos going on right now. It's crazy right now, man. You know what I mean? Celtics getting a dub. Yes, sir, Edwin. Facts. I mean, um, but listen, man. I want to start with the Brooklyn Nets, man, right? Because I cut my hair because I felt like it was time for something fresh. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? My hair was just growing out of control, so I just cut it down. You know what I mean? It'll be back. It'll be back in like a day or two. You know what I mean? My hair always grows back quickly, so you know what I mean? It'll be back. But I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets, man, because the Brooklyn Nets are. I'm really starting to get concerned about them. They're not playing well at all. James Harden appears to be struggling because of the new rules with the NBA about drawing fouls and stuff. And I think it's a real concern, man. I really do with James Harden. I think James Harden needs to adapt. You know what I mean? I think James Harden needs to you know what I mean? James Harden has to change the stuff in his game, man. You know what I mean? Because listen, bro, at the end of the day, uh, the Brooklyn Nets will not win a championship like this. You know what I mean? From what I've seen these first three games, the Brooklyn Nets, they ain't winning. They're not going to win. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you why. Because their defense ain't good enough. They can't rebound. They're too small. Here's what the Brooklyn Nets really need to do. They need to trade Joe Harris and Claxton and go get a real big man. They need to package Joe Harris and Claxton together and go get a really big man. You know what I mean? They need to get a big man badly. I propose Miles Turner. I mean, I propose they go on the phone Indiana and make a deal. Or DeMarcus Cousins would be good for them. You know what I mean? That DeMarcus Cousins, bro, that dude could really play, bro. You know what I mean? I think he could really help the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I do. I think they need to give him a call. Um, yeah, Miles Turner would be amazing in Brooklyn. Miles Turner is very underrated, guys. He's one of those underrated players in the league. I think he can, if he gets traded there, I think he can definitely make a big time impact on that team, man. I mean, I really do. And, and anyone knows how Harden not being aggressive as he yeah, I don't know what it is with Harden. I don't know if he's still coming back from the injury. I don't know if Harden's struggling to adapt to the new roles. But whatever it is, man, if I'm Steve Nash, I'm sitting down with James Harden and be like, look, man, we need you to be aggressive. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to win. You know what I mean? We ain't going to win if you're not aggressive. Point blank, period, man. If James Harden's not aggressive, the Brooklyn Nets they're not going to win too many games because there's only so much Kevin Durant can do. You know what I mean? Really, there's only so much that man can do, and it, and Kyrie Irving. Listen, bro. Yeah, LeBron's down. Yep, I'm watching it live on my TV right now. LeBron is down. Yeah, LeBron's down right now, man. LeBron is shaking up on the ground. And he's holding his knee. That is not good. You know what I mean? If LeBron James is injured, if LeBron is injured, it was like someone rolled on it. It was like someone collided into his leg. It's like he's trying to stretch it out. All right, he's getting back up to his feet. The Lakers got to be really careful with this, man. I mean, if I'm the Lakers, LeBron don't play again tonight. I mean, I tell LeBron that's it. You're done. You know what I mean? Because you can't. Because LeBron is at this point of his career where you can't risk his health for a meaningless regular season game. You know what I mean? Period. So if I'm the Lakers, I tell LeBron, be like, look, man, you know what I mean? You're gonna sit on his bench and you're not gonna play the rest of the night. You're done. You know what I mean? I would shut him down. But I think it looks like LeBron's staying in the game. Um, But yeah, man, the Lakers, man, I'm telling you, they're very fragile. The Lakers are a fragile team. Period. Brooklyn Nets need to trade Joe Harris. Well, Edwin, they still have Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. I mean, don't you think that should be enough to beat the Memphis Grizzlies? And the Grizzlies are a really good team, but damn, you know what I mean? But LeBron's staying in the game. I'm not trying to do a play-by-play. I'm just trying to do this NBA talk. But Brooklyn, man, they got some they got some serious problems, and they need to address them. You know what I mean? And that's not even mention Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen all of them too, bro. RC, it's pathetic. Yeah, I mean, it really is. How much they're using Kevin Durant is pathetic, especially when you have a player like James Harden, man. Yeah, I mean, they have to get Harden to wake up, man. Period. Because by the time the regular season's done, they're they're gonna get KD worn out before the playoffs, man. Kevin Durant's gonna be burnt out by the time the playoffs come here. So, plus Kevin Durant is a long injury history. So Kevin Durant may get injured, you know what I mean, if they use him too much. So the Brooklyn Nets, man, they have to do they have some work to do. Trades, getting James Harden aggressive. I mean, Kyrie Irving, they gotta hope that New York changes that vaccine mandate. You know what I mean? Because what I'm seeing with Brooklyn right now, guys, I'm not seeing a championship team. I'm just not right now. You know what I mean? And I gotta be honest. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets to me before the season started, I had them as the favorite to win the title. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I gotta be real. You know what I mean? I gotta be real. And the Brooklyn Nets, man, they're not playing up to their standards right now. You know what I mean? Embarrassing loss to Charlotte. I mean, the Hornets got whatever they wanted. You know what I mean? No defense at all. The Knicks lost to the Magic. Yep. You know what I mean? Knick fans were going crazy after that Celtics game. You know what I mean? They got a nice they got a nice piece of humble pie tonight for sure. You know what I mean? Losing to the Orlando Magic at home. Um, but I want to talk about the Lakers, man, because same thing with Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I have a lot of questions about this Laker team. You know what I mean? Because yeah, they're beating the Memphis Grizzlies right now, but I think it's a clunky roster. You know what I mean? I really do. I think that's a clunky roster. Period. I think the roster is the rosters is weird to me. You know, I mean Westbrook and LeBron playing with each other. I mean, yes, I realize there's 79 more games left, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right now. You know what I mean, because the world we live in, everything gotta have a right now reaction. Like, what do we see right now? And what I see right now is I don't think the Lakers quite are that team this year. I still think the Phoenix Suns should be the favorite to get back to the NBA Finals. You know what I mean, I still think the Suns, as of right now, I would say they're probably the best team in the Western Conference. You know what I mean? Period. Remember AD? Yep, AD and Dwight Howard got into that thing, but apparently squashed that. So I'm not really lingering on that. You know what I mean? They squashed that according to them, and I have to take them at their word. But before that, even when that Westbrook trade happened, guys, when that Westbrook trade happened, I told you guys that I didn't think it was going to work. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to work. You know what I mean? That was my exact quote. So this ain't reacting to some 2 or 3 games in the regular season. I'm telling you what I've always believed. Period. This Westbrook and LeBron and AD marriage, it ain't gonna work. Period. The Warriors the Warriors are good, man. The Warriors are good. I mean, what I've seen from them, there's nothing wrong with the roster. Man, you can't tell me that. There's no way you watch them against the Warriors and against the Phoenix Suns and say there's nothing wrong with the roster. First of all, the coaching's a huge problem. You know what I mean? The coaching is like Frank Vogel ain't a good head coach at all. I don't know. I don't understand for the life of me why he plays DeAndre Jordan. Someone needs to tell me that. First of all, why is DeAndre Jordan even in the starting lineup? You know what I mean? That dude shouldn't even be playing. He's not good. You know what I mean? Second of all, the lineups he uses are just terrible. You know what I mean? Like AD should be playing the 5 all game long. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you right now, Anthony Davis is good at the 5. You know what I mean? He's a really good 5, and he should be there all game long. I mean, there should not be no Dwight Howard. There should be no DeAndre Jordan next to him. No. Let AD have freedom in the paint. You know what I mean? Because AD is good in the paint, period. I know. My only guess is injuries because Braun and AD are their only 4s. That's still not an excuse. I'm sorry. I would play. Yeah, I'd give Dwight Howard about 15 minutes in a backup role behind Anthony Davis, but still, DeAndre Jordan shouldn't be in the rotation. You know what I mean? That he's not good. I mean, he's just there to take up a seat on the bench. Period. Um, and Westbrook, man. Will that jumper? I mean, will the jump shot be a problem come playoff time? You know what I mean? That's another concern. Will free throws and the jump shot become a problem? And honestly, the way Westbrook's playing the playoffs, man, I'm real concerned about that too. Westbrook has not been good in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Over the past 3 years, Russell Westbrook has been he has been as good in the playoffs. Period. And I'm very, very concerned about that. I have real concern about his playoff abilities when it comes to that time. And AD, I think he's soft. I think he's fragile. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just said AD would be great at the 5, but still, will AD be healthy? You know what I mean? That's the question. And I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Still a lot of question marks for the Lakers about me, with me. I mean, I'm still not sold on the Lakers. I mean, what else is going on? I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're looking good. Uh, and Bazemore, too. Bazemore, Russ made a 3. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? Wow. What? Russ made a 3. Congratulations. Bazemore weak, Jordan weak. Where's the bench? No depth. Carmelo, no, he can't do none except chuck up shots. They got problems. Why Kent Bazemore starting for? I have no idea. I have no idea why Kent Bazemore is starting. You know what I mean? He is, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't respect Kent Bazemore. You know what I mean? I've never had any respect for him. Ever since the shit they did with Bradley Beal, you know what I mean? I've been off that dude, bro. You know what I mean? Kent Bazemore's horrible. Let's see the lineup they got in there now. They got Davis, Howard, LeBron, Bazemore, and Westbrook in there. You know what I mean? Why is Dwight Howard playing with Anthony Davis right now? And you got Westbrook out there. So you basically got 3 non-shooters out there right now on the court. You got Westbrook who can't hit a jumper. You got Dwight Howard who certainly can't hit a jumper. And you got, and I mean, AD can shoot a little bit from 3. I mean, but he was horrible from 3 last year. He only shot like 28% from 3. So I don't know anything, bro. All right, you tell me. How does a Westbrook, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis lineup make sense? How do all 3 of them guys on the basketball court make sense? You tell me, because it doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Maybe you can explain that to me. They won. Guys, they won today. They beat Houston. You know what I mean? The Celtics won against Houston. They beat the Rockets. Period. A lot of threats, but still, that's bad spacing on the court. You know what I mean? There's no spacing with them guys on the court all at the same time. Period. Period. All right. Houston. Jaylen Brown needs bro. Jaylen Brown needs to stay a Celtic for life, and so does Jason Tatum. Nah. I mean, hell no. Jaylen Brown and Tatum need to stay together. You know what I mean? You all chill about the Celtics. They'll be fine. You know what I mean? Too many Kobe's on the Celtics. Yeah, you're right, big fans of sports entertainment. You're absolutely right. Because I'm seeing that trend. Tatum plays well and Brown when Tatum is playing well, Brown is playing terrible. And when Brown is playing well, Tatum is not playing good at all. So like there's something going on there. I mean, they have to sort that out. I agree with that. Period. Lakers lead Grizzlies 62-56 at halftime. Ja Morant got 17 points, 4 assists. AD got 13 points and 7 rebounds. What do you think about the Bulls? They're on to something. It's tough for me to get bought in on the Bulls yet because they played a cupcake schedule. You know what I mean? The Bulls have played who? Let me see the Bulls schedule. I think they played the Pistons 2 times. You know what I mean? And let me see. All right, they played New Orleans. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they played the Pistons, they played the Pelicans, and they played the Pistons. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm sorry. That's not a real test for me. You know what I mean? You play the Pistons twice, and you play the Cavaliers. You know what I mean? Like anybody can beat them teams. You know what I mean? Those are bottom feeders. You know what I mean? So they play the Raptors. Let's talk about the Clippers. The Clippers will be all right. You know what I mean? I think the Clippers' goal this year, honestly, I don't have any expectations for them. The Clippers' goal this year, just say 500, 500-ish, a little above 500. And then if they get Kawhi Leonard back, that's going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say about that. The Clippers, as long as they're around 500 by the time Kawhi comes back, they'll be fine. You know what I mean? Because that's all they need to be. And then once Kawhi comes back, they'll go on a run. You know what I mean? Because Kawhi Leonard is already ahead of schedule in his rehab. You know what I mean? So Kawhi Leonard could be back sooner than what people think. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm banking on with the Clippers. I firmly believe Kawhi Leonard will be back way before the season's over. You know what I mean? I think, honestly, I could see Kawhi coming back a little bit after the All-Star break. You know what I mean? He's ahead of schedule in his rehab, period. Can you see Ben Simmons playing for the Sixers ever again? I doubt it. You know what I mean? I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? Maybe he plays for them. I'll believe it when I see it with Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's going to be away from the team for a while. You know what I mean? He tries to get mental help or whatever. But I don't see it, guys. I think it's too far gone right now. I really do. I think it's too far gone for Ben Simmons to ever play another game with the Sixers ever again. Is Kyrie coming back to Brooklyn? I don't know. I think it really comes down to will New York change their vaccination laws? You know what I mean? If they change, then I could see Kyrie coming back. If they don't, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't see it. But that all comes down to New York's vaccination mandate. You know what I mean? So that's what that one comes down to. Clay, when will Clay come back? I think Clay will be back January. You know what I mean? I think in January he could be back. Maybe late December, around Christmas, I could see. Yeah, man. Daryl Morey asking for too much. Then Daryl Morey's an idiot. You know what I mean? Daryl Morey's a clown. Most overrated GM in the NBA. You know what I mean? Hey, that's funny. Philly has the 2 most overrated people ever. 2 most overrated people ever. Doc Rivers, most overrated coach in the NBA, and Daryl Morey, the most overrated GM in the NBA. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. Yeah, no defense. The Nets don't have any defense, and guess what? Even if Kyrie Irving was there, the Nets still have real defensive issues. You know what I mean? They have rebounding and defensive issues. They can't grab rebounds and they can't defend. You know what I mean? And until them things get cleaned up, right? I can't say the Nets are going to win the title right now. I just can't say it. You know what I mean? They have too many flaws in too many areas that they need to clean up. Now, if as the season goes on, if they can clean them flaws up, yes, they can definitely win it. And yes, they're the favorite if they clean them areas up. But until they do that, I can't say they're the favorite right now. I just can't say it. Patty Mills is a horrible defender, but the thing is Patty Mills, I think, was brought in to replace Joe Harris. I mean, I think he's there to replace Joe Harris for whenever Brooklyn makes the move and trades Joe Harris by the trade deadline, because I think Joe Harris is gonna end up getting traded for a big man by the trade deadline. I mean, I really do, and it makes so much sense for Brooklyn to trade Joe Harris, because let's be honest, they don't need they don't need Joe Harris. You know what I mean? They don't need him. The new rules just destroyed Harden. He sucks. I mean, we'll see what it is. You know what I mean? James Harden, there's still a long season to be played. We'll see if Harden adjusts. But yes, the first 3 games has not looked good for James Harden. You know what I mean? He's not he's looking like a shell of himself. But I'm still giving him time to bounce back. Joe, yeah, I agree with you, OCT. I've never seen Joe Harris. And guess what? Joe Harris, he always shrinks in big moments. You know what I mean? Every time with Joe Harris. Every time Brooklyn needed a 3 last year against Milwaukee, Joe Harris was nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? And that's a problem for Brooklyn. You can't have players like that on your team when you want to win the title. I mean, you got to have players on there that are ready to play well when it really matters the most. I've seen reports say John Wall will probably get a buyout. We'll see. I don't even know where John Wall would even go. Yeah, I seen that. I get bored. I'm glad you said that. Steve Nash, you know what I mean? Kind of hypocrite there. I agree with you there, Boards. You know what I mean? Steve Nash gotta pick a side. You know what I mean? I do agree. You said the Nuggets can. I was actually talking with a Denver Nuggets fan earlier. They said the Nuggets can go to the finals this year. I believe they can. You know what I mean? I think if Jamal Murray gets healthy, you know what I mean, and they gel, I think the Nuggets can make it. I mean, if Jamal Murray comes back and like himself, I believe they can. I believe, quite frankly, I think they would have last year. You know what I mean, if Jamal Murray was healthy. You know what I mean, I think at the very least they would have pushed the Phoenix Suns to 7 games with a fully healthy Jamal Murray. You know what I mean? Because Jamal Murray's that big of a game changer. You know what I mean? I believe if Jamal Murray's healthy, I could see the Denver Nuggets making it all the way. I mean, I could see it. But right now, no, they need Jamal Murray. But if Jamal Murray's healthy and he's back to himself, yeah, man. The Lakers hooping, but why do you only talk about them when they lose? Boards. See, you think I hate the Lakers. I don't hate the Lakers. You know what I mean? I just break down what I see. You know what I mean? And the Lakers haven't won yet this year. They're 0-2. What's there to talk about? And guess what? They didn't even win a single game in the preseason. You know what I mean? So not only did they not win a game in the preseason, they didn't win a game in the regular season yet. So how can I talk about a Lakers win when they haven't won yet? So think about that one. I'll take Kenny Atkinson over Steve Nash right now. Yeah, Steve Nash, I think he's on thin ice, man. I think if they don't get it done this year, I think they're gonna run Steve Nash out of there. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I get bored playing, bro. OCT. I have a Celtics channel. Go subscribe to my Celtics channel, man. You know what I mean? All right, I'll put a link to that channel in the chat. I have a Celtics channel. I don't talk about the Celtics on this channel. I have my own separate channel about the Celtics. You know what I mean? Literally, I have a whole separate channel about them. Here, I'll get the link. I'll put the link in the chat right now. I know You're funny. I've been a Celtics fan since 2016. Dude, I haven't posted, bro. I've been just go look. All right, there's the link. The link should pop up any second. If it don't, I apologize, but I put it in there. It should be literally popping up. There it is, right there. Go subscribe to that channel. You know what I mean? Boom. Celtics news and updates, man. Yeah, but I post on there. You know, I mean, I posted. I've talked about the 2 losses, and I talked about the 1 win. You know, what I mean, I'll be more active. Basketball's back. You know what I mean? Basketball's back. There's gonna be a video on there every other day or every day. I'm a Magic fan. Good joke. You know what I mean? That's funny. Um, no, I'm not an Orlando Magic fan. It's weird seeing the Spurs struggle. It's not that weird. You know what I mean? They've struggled over the past 2 years. You know what I mean? Their last time they made the playoffs, I think, was when they pushed the Nuggets to 7 games in 2019. Um, yeah, the Chiefs are terrible. You know what I mean? That's good that you brought that up, man. I mean, the Chiefs are terrible. They're horrible. Their defense is garbage. In the NFL, I'll be honest with you guys, I think they figure out Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Mahomes will still throw a lot of touchdowns, but he'll throw a lot of picks. You know what I mean? And that's what it is with Mahomes. You know what I mean? At this point, it's 50-50 with him. You don't know if he's going to complete a pass or make a turnover. You know what I mean? And he turned the ball over a lot against Tennessee. And I'll tell you what, OCT, I'll give your team credit. The Tennessee, their defense, man, their defense has gotten a lot better. You know what I mean? From what it was a year ago. Because last year, Tennessee's defense was terrible. But now this year, I'm seeing significant improvement with that defense. I think they'll be good. Yeah, the defense is really good. Um, and then how about the Jets, man? I mean, if there's any New York Jets fans I'm watching this, I apologize, but your team, your franchise is garbage. RC, they didn't just get murdered. Let me read you the final score of today's game between the Jets and Patriots. The Jets, bro. Bro, this team will never get it right. I swear. This team, this team right here, bro. The final score was 54-13 New England. The Jets lost 54-13. 54-13 New England. They allowed the Patriots to put up 54 points, and the Patriots have a horrible offense. How that? Oh, since Tom Brady's left, the Patriots' offense has been horrible. And the Jets, of course, the Jets are the one to allow New England to put up 50 points. And guess what? Not only that, the Patriots this season, that was the first team to score over 50 points this season. You know what I mean? No team has done it all this year except for them. And guess who they played? Of course, they played the New York Jets. Yeah, OCT, I have the Bucks defense on fantasy too, man. Woo! You know what I mean? They helped me out today for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely. Tampa's defense is. Do I think Brady will retire in Tampa? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I don't see why he wouldn't. OCT, I'm not, if I was you, I wouldn't be really mad about that. Tennessee was missing half their roster that day. No AJ Brown, no Julio. You know what I mean? They didn't have anybody. You know what I mean? And they still barely won, the Jets. Barely. in overtime. So that's really nothing to worry about that. Brady says he's going to – I don't believe that. I think Brady has like 3 more years left. I think Brady was joking. I mean, I don't think he's playing until 50 or 57. Cooper Kupp's been a beast on fantasy this year. Cooper Kupp's been amazing. That dude puts up 30 points a game. Well, why though? They have Mac Jones. You know what I mean? Why would New England do that? They have a young quarterback now. You know what I mean? I thought Mac Jones was the next guy in New England. Why would they bring Brady back if they had Mac Jones? Don't you say, bro? I feel sorry for your Bears, bro. They got smacked. Tampa Bay whooped them. You know what I mean? That was a whooping today. Absolute whooping. That was embarrassing. Boy, AD was gonna have a bounce back. Bro, we're 3 games in. I get boards. You know what I mean? I want to let all right, boards. Hey, boards. Let me see AD stay healthy all this year. Let me see him stay healthy. You know what I mean? Then we can have a talk about that. Another loss. Y'all gotta fire Nagy, man. The players clearly don't like Matt Nagy, man. You know what I mean? He gotta go. Every person in Chicago knows it, except for the Bears owner. You know what I mean? Matt Nagy, dude, bro, that dude gotta go. No one likes him. You know what I mean? Like, I was looking on the Bears YouTube channel where Nagy does his post game interview. Bro, that dude gets so many dislikes on his videos. It's crazy. Bears fans despise him. They don't like him at all. And for some reason they keep him. I don't get it. I don't understand why he's still the coach of that team. He's clearly not a good coach. Then how about the Carolina Panthers, man? Let me talk about Carolina for a second. This team is 3-0, right? Christian McCaffrey gets injured, and all of a sudden, their whole team falls apart. You know what I mean? The Carolina Panthers have had one of the most underrated collapses I've ever seen a team have. 3-0, everything's looking really good. Then all of a sudden, Christian McCaffrey gets injured. 4 straight losses. Lost it. Bro, they lost to the Giants. They lost to the Giants, and the Giants played terrible. The Giants played horrible, and the Panthers still couldn't beat them. They're horrible. Carolina, they're another fraud. Miami, frauds. I had high hopes for the Dolphins coming into the season. I thought they were going to be really good. Frauds, not good at all. In fact, they might trade for Deshaun Watson. Watch for that. I mean, if you're an NFL fan, watch out for Deshaun Watson getting traded to the Dolphins by the trade deadline. There's a lot of talk about that. Yeah, man, getting back to this NBA, man. Brooklyn, a lot of problems. Got to make some trades. And Philly, I mean, Philly, it's Embiid and a bunch of role players. I mean, Philly, I don't see with them. I don't. I don't see it in Philly. I mean, even with Ben Simmons, I don't think that's a championship team. You know what I mean? They're not a team that's going to win the title. Harden's too fat. I agree. I don't know what's going on with Harden, man. You know what I mean? But the Brooklyn Nets, man, they got to get it right. You're a Timberwolves fan? I like the Timberwolves. You know what I mean? I think the Timberwolves can make the playoffs this year. I think the Timberwolves should be a playoff team. They got the talent. They got the young pieces. This is time for Karl-Anthony Towns right here, man. Karl-Anthony Towns, he should be an MVP candidate this year. This is his time. You know what I mean? That's what it is. This is really a make it or break it season for Towns, I feel like. Because I think the Timberwolves have plenty of talent to make the playoffs, man. You know what I mean? I really do. I think the Timberwolves have the talent. They just got to put it together and stay healthy. And if they stay healthy, I think they can be a playoff team. And I love Anthony Edwards, man. He's so good on the court, and he's funny as hell off the court. I love Anthony Edwards. That dude's a beast. Harden been hanging with Lil Baby. Oh yeah, we already know about that. Yep, Beverly. Yep, everybody likes to clown Beverly, but Beverly was a great addition. I mean, Pacers got some. Yep, Carlisle got them dudes playing well. You know what I mean? Pacers finally got a great coach. And Nate McMillan, he was a good coach. And I believe he's a really good coach. But Rick Carlisle, man, he does have a lot of history with the Pacers, going back, way back in the day. You know what I mean? So it's a nice little story seeing the Pacers play well under Rick Carlisle. The West is deep. Yeah, it's a good conference. I think the East is also really deep. You know what I mean? I think if you exclude Milwaukee, and yes, I'm down Brooklyn in there because what I'm seeing from Brooklyn, I'm putting them in the same tier. Listen, Milwaukee's in a class of their own right now. You know what I mean? The Bucks are the best team right now in the East. I can't say none about that. But I think the East is really good. All the way from Brooklyn, all the way down to Charlotte. I think the East is good. You know what I mean? The Knicks are really good. I still believe in the Celtics. I believe the Pacers will be better. The NBA is good, man. You know what I mean? It's very deep. It's deep this year. A lot of really good teams. I think the Raptors, I know they don't have the offense, but I think the Raptors can be sneaky good. The Mavericks are really good. The Celtics. Who else am I missing? The Heat. The Heat are really good. The Chicago Bulls are good. You know what I mean? I got a good question. Who do you think will ask out first, Bill, Lillard, or Kyrie? I think that one's tough. That one's actually tough, RC. That's a good question. That's probably the best question I've gotten so far in the stream. Dame said he's not going anywhere this year, so you could roll him out. Dame says he's giving Portland. He basically said he's giving Portland one more chance with Chauncey Billups. Beal, that one's a tough one for me. The Wizards would have to play really bad, in my opinion, for Bradley Beal to even think about demanding a trade. Like the Wizards would have to have like the worst record in the NBA. Kyrie, I think Kyrie's content. I don't see Kyrie asking out. I mean, I think Kyrie would retire before leaving Brooklyn. I still believe in that. I don't know. I don't know who's going to ask out, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, Ben Simmons has made it clear he don't want to play at Philly anymore. Who else? I mean, I don't know. I just, that's a tough one. That really is. I think Dame, after the season, I think Dame's going to ask to be traded after the season. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. I think Dame will be – I think if Portland goes home early again or don't even make the playoffs, I think that's when Dame's going to make his move. You know what I mean? Beal, I think Beal – see, I don't want to say this about guys, but sometimes if you have certain guys where winning ain't necessarily the main priority. And that's what I think Bradley Beal's case is. Yeah, does Bradley Beal want to win? Yeah, but to me, Bradley Beal seems like a type of guy to me that's content, just being a happy guy. You know what I mean? Good family, and just want to be somewhere where he's loved and, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And that's what he is in Washington. And plus the money, you know what I mean? Beal seems like the type of guy that would value money over winning. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Bradley Beal is. You know what I mean? So I think Bradley Beal stays in Washington. You know what I mean? Unless it's a disaster of a season and he's forced to go somewhere else. But the Wizards are somewhat respectful. I think, you know what I mean? I think Beal will stay. And Kyrie, I mean, honestly, guys, who would want Kyrie Irving right now? You know what I mean? Who in their right mind would trade for Kyrie Irving right now? Because the media would rip him. You know what I mean? It would be a distraction. B, Kyrie got one more year left on his contract before he'd be a free agent. And C, are you even sure that Kyrie Irving is like that? Are you even sure Kyrie Irving loves basketball anymore? Are we like positive? Because I'm not so sure Kyrie Irving even loves basketball anymore. I think Kyrie Irving has other interests, you know what I mean, besides basketball. I don't even think he's quite all in. So if I was a team, would I really trade for that? I mean, yeah, the dude's super talented. You know what I mean? Kyrie's one of the most talented players I've ever seen in my life. But I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would trade for him right now. That's just me. But yeah, man, this was a fun stream. And guess what? The Memphis Grizzlies are beating the Lakers right now. Oh yeah, call that timeout, Frank Vogel. Hey, if y'all lose to the Grizzlies, bro, I'm gonna come back on here if y'all lose to the Grizzlies. That's hilarious. I was watching OKC. OKC, they're gonna be good in a few years. OKC, I like the way they're building up their team. You know what I mean, from scratch. SGA is good. Josh Giddey's a good piece. Keep on adding more draft picks. Experienced veterans, you know what I mean, to help the young guys come along. That's a sneaky team right there, RC. I'm glad you pointed that out. The Thunder, in like a year or two, not a year, but in 2 or 3 years, I think they could be a threat. You know what I mean, I really do. But yeah, man, I'll be back on here. I'll talk about the Lakers game. Possibly, I might do like the final 5 minutes of the play-by-play Lakers game. I'm not making any guarantees, but I might do that. Garfield Towns asked for a trade. I disagree. I think the Timberwolves got a really good team around him. I think he needs to prove that he can lead a team to the playoffs before we talk about that. I mean, like, dude's got to prove it. You know what I mean? Dudes just can't come around here and demand trades. They got to prove they can lead a team. You know what I mean? And Towns, he got to prove it to me. You know what I mean? Like, there should be no excuses. Got a coach, got a really good roster around you. Do it then. Period. Do it. Do it. So, yeah, man. Garfield Towns should not ask for a trade. He got a really good team around him. Harden loves burgers. Doing NFL play-by-play. Maybe down the road. That could be a good idea one day. But yeah, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I might come back for the final 5 of the Lakers game. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow or soon. All right, buddy. Peace.